Hello and welcome back to Cliff Empire. My name is Rabenschild. A lot of you saw the first episode of Cliff Empire. Let's see if it stays that way. I really like the game. My private game that I started to test out things kind of is far along now. And now we kind of have to see what we can do in this world here, if we can bring it that far. I might have made a mistake with keeping the space station at one point wants to have certain things from you. And let's say it that way, if you don't give them what they want, you have to pay fines. And the problem with that is the fines are rather harsh. And so let's see if we can if we can satisfy the needs of the space station with our world here once we start again. I've paused the game right now just so I don't run into problems. So last time when we ended the episode, we kind of had to settle a second cliff. I don't know why it might be because I paused the game. There is a tutorial note that says we have to settle a certain amount of peoples, and I kind of took a look at the cliffs, and I like this cliff because of its size, but this cliff is at the moment a lot more attractive because it has fish. Groundwater is not so good. But we can also pump water out of this lake. And so maybe we should go and settle over there first. Good. It is the same ordeal as the last time. Just start out with the storage. Again, there's at the moment, no real good placement for storages. I'm pretty sure other people would suggest otherwise, but I think it's not really needed that we find a better location for that. Good. Now, the thing is, okay, pause is off. What we need to do is we need water, we need people, we need food. That's the first things we should do. And then also maybe maintenance. We will see how that works out for us. Good. We need a bit of power, the usual thing. Here we can go with both, doesn't really matter. There's 40% windiness and 40% sunshine, so that's all good. The thing I want to do next is maybe settle some people. We need nice landing pad, and again I choose this one. I like this one more than the other one. It's just a nicer option. Is there a good space for it? I think I will use this. And then we need some houses. The thing is, this is 13 tenants. If we build it up, then I think we have 30 then. So we need at least 2 houses to satisfy that. Then a bit of water. And here the question is, should we go? Medium construction completed. I think I will go with a pumping station on the water. So there's a water filter. Water filters water from cliff ponds for domestic and industrial use. Groundwater level off cliff does not affect the extraction rate. That's a good thing. So we get a lot of water from this thing, although our groundwater rate is not the absolute best. One thing I realized, and I got told by Remethep, is that I kind of overlooked the small wind turbine, this one, the Darius turbine, because I thought it is just one block, but it is one of these corner pieces. And there is parks that do the same. So these corner pieces fit into positions, you can see that here, where other stuff wouldn't fit. So we can fill up some of these corners with these wind turbines. Good thing, that will come in handy, I would say. They give us a bit of aesthetics, and I kind of, yeah, I talked smack about them, and they're not that bad, because this one generates 5 kilowatts, this one generates 10. Basically, this is half of it. I thought it would be worse, because it is it always shows up as full block here, but it is just this basically half block. So if we have, for example, corners like here, for example, we can fill this area and we can fill this area up. Nice thing. So we need some food now. Battery production is also something that we need. We will just place that here. And then maybe, what is it, workplaces, 13. Oh, it's only 20 tenants. Okay, then we need still 2 houses, but we need to get that done. Okay, we have the power production. We need 9, and now we should also have fields just to produce some food. I hope that the soil fertility is good in the end here. Maybe, but what else do we need? After this, we should be good and should be able to bring in our second house. And I think I will do that just now. And then we have fulfilled this request. And the requests from the space station, they don't look any different. They usually come with natural disasters. The disasters in kind of air quotes, because it usually is a snowstorm or windy days, or the disasters are earthquakes, for example. They are really the worst. Then thunderstorms, because they kill our drones and spread fire everywhere and all that stuff. So it's the disasters vary. It is hot. What a disaster. It burns then and all that stuff. But again, it's the variety of disasters is crazy. Let us also put down maintenance. Here, by the way, we could also put a floating maintenance center down. For the floating stuff, I'm not really sure what to do there and why to do that, because we have floating maintenance center, and I think we have the underwater indoor crop field. There is no other floating things, I think. So crop fields. Is there another floaty thing? The floating stuff is kind of weird. Why they brought that in? It's nice to have that. So if you miss maintenance centers, then just place them on the water. But the thing is, you want to have fish farms here. And fishes, as far as I know, get disturbed by floating things. So they ruin the effectiveness of the fish farms.
Objective completed.
Good, fantastic. Objective is done. Let us see what's the next one. Connect cliffs with a bridge. Yeah, that's a good thing. That's something I definitely want to do now. The bridges allow us to later to connected cliffs kind of are able to share certain resources, and they allow us to have trade between the cliffs. So it's a bit weird that these colonists, these settlers here, have to really pay for each other's stuff. I'm I'm not sure what's up with that, but I think later it could be hard to balance out the money between the cliffs. That will be interesting. Good. Okay. See, earn trade by trading over the connection. I should maybe set up a meta mine, because the bridge needs stuff and I'm not sure what. So maybe let us do that. Set up a meta mine, then we also should set up a trading hub, maybe a bit more power. Then we could... What do I need for the bridge? Let me see that. So the bridge construction, it just needs matter. Okay, I was worried that it maybe needs engines or something like that. Then I would have to also set that up. But now that we have a meta mine, we just need that. It should be enough. Let me bring in another house. So I don't want to go too far away from... So you see that here. 30, we have 30 settlers in a living space of 40, and we have workplaces for 35 people. Our social charges turn green and go into the positive now. The more unemployed people we have, the more social charges we have to pay. So we want to keep the number of workplaces close to the number of settlers we have, or I think even above it. Sometimes it's worth to kind of go a bit away from the effectiveness of the building, because it kind of it's better to not pay a huge amount of social charges. So let us also build a town square, because that thing doesn't cost a lot and doesn't have a lot of workplaces connected to it, but it gives us money. Okay, and then we should see what the bridge can do for us. Okay, we will start the bridge from here. It will be, I think, automatically placed on the other side once we have a colony there. So you can see that on the upper right hand. Let me close this for a moment. You can see basically where the bridge will connect, and so we can, don't know, try to position it somewhere where we really want it. I don't really care. So I just try to keep it within the squares. Okay, see, the building automatically gets placed on the other side, and now we have to wait for this. So let us wait until the bridge is done. The bridge is done, that's great. And later I also, and I think we should do that as soon as possible, put up a subway. It's basically the same like a bridge, but with a subway you are able to kind of bring unemployed citizens from one city to another. So you could have, for example, one city with a lot of people, and then say, okay, but I need people on this cliff, and then you can just ferry automatically over there. And that's something I want to establish as soon as possible, because I'm thinking of maybe specializing the cliffs a bit and have, don't know, maybe an industrial cliff, and then a cliff to have people, yeah, to where people could live, something like that. I'm thinking about that. I tested that out in my own game. I'm not sure if it's really viable, because the problem here is that each city has its own money, and there is a way to balance that out later, but it's we will have to see. But I like to do that. It's an easy way to to also bridge gaps where you don't have enough people on one cliff and then you want to maybe, yeah, bring some people from another cliff in to just help out for the moment or something like that. I also prepared a cord here so that we can neutralize the justice reduction. It also brings us closer to the point where we don't pay charges, and then we can continue to work. So the earn credits by trading over the bridge connection. That's something that we need to take a look at. At the moment, I still have enough vitamins for everything. But one thing this cliff has and this cliff doesn't have is sell it. And we could, for example, set it up in a way where we say we need a sell it for this cliff right now. And what we could do, for example, you see it's the same as for the trading hub thing. We could, for example, say I want to always have sell it, and we could say I need definitely 10 sell it all the time, and the whole thing would now start to trade. Now this cliff would buy sell it from the other cliff every time it falls below 10 units of sell it. And I think that's the case. Maybe with that we already sale price, purchase price. Yeah, we should close the gap there, and then just automatically this will be done. Let us turn off this, and now you can see here's 2 trains that go over the bridge, and they fill up with stuff once they arrive. At the moment there's nothing to trade, but the drones should bring in stuff. Here you can see that it sell it 28 credits worth, and now it will be brought over here and the drones pick it up then on this side. Again, later we will really have to take a look how we set that up, because again, it could be interesting to, for example, here we could set up a way to say, okay, we want fish. All the cliffs need fish, and it's basically the same thing as with sell it, and only this cliff has fish. So only here we can fish. And we need to spread that over the map. That's the thing. And then we might have to take a look at it, how to do that. So what we could, for example, do is set up this bridge to, and that's the option. We could, if we, for example, want to trade fish, we can say, okay, sell everything that's above a certain amount of fish. But we also could do the same thing here and just say, I want to buy if we don't have enough fish. So buy if it's less certain amount of fish. The good thing is with that method, we might be able to kind of also trade it then later to this cliff. And then my idea with the specialization, for example, would be that if we have a cliff that doesn't have people on it, then it doesn't need fish or stuff like that. So we could bring that over here, store it all here, and then transport it to the next cliff. But again, it will be something that we definitely have to test. I think we need to wait a bit until this is done. Maybe if we speed up the time. Later we will go into research. Maybe it could be that one of the next things we do is go into research. Not sure. But it's a thing too where we can then speed up production, make the sell it, grow faster, and all these things. Also, for the bridges, there's interesting research stuff done. We will have to see. Okay, now we are done. Okay, the reward is good. And now build university. Good. That's exactly what I wanted to see. The university. Maybe we should build that here. I'm not sure how many people it needs. Maybe we need to stock up on people then. University. It is here. It needs 30 workplaces and 15 kilowatts. Okay, that's not nice. So, let us stock up on people. We will get another house, because that holds a certain amount of people. We still have 12 and we need a few more. And also, I think we should go and build for this cliff the pharmaceutical unit to also curb the medical needs.
Small construction complete.
Good, that's done. You kind of have to keep some of the base needs. You have to keep an eye on them, because this kind of kills off your people if you don't satisfy this. This deals you money, and yeah, this is stuff that only makes the people unhappy. So if you have the basic needs, food, water, energy, maintenance, and the judicial and the medical stuff, if you have that under control, everything else is not so bad for now. Let's say it that way. The people will not flee your city, and they kind of... Okay, this takes a while. And the people are, yeah, moderately happy. This stuff, by the way, the vitamins are also something that kind of, you can see that there, close to the middle. It's also a thing that you need to satisfy, otherwise people will get sick and die. But that's something we will do in a bit. Okay, what else do we need here? This still waits for this building to be done in a bit. Yeah, the whole train station and the bridge really ate into our resources. Maybe we can buy some from over here. On the other hand, we need to maybe take a look if we want to satisfy some of the stuff. We could also build the university here. Yeah, let us just build the university here for now. Should be good. Okay, I will wait and come back to you with the university, I would say. Our other cliff seems to be a lot better in grabbing matter than this one. I have set up the train station to bring in matter as soon, yeah, as we do not have 5 in here, because it takes a long time to build everything here. I had to build another house, another medical unit, and that's just crazy, because now we should have enough people, and there's our university. So the geoprospecting, and that's a thing. We can now research things. I think that's a general and social improvement. Is it? Yeah, geospring. It tells you more about the cliff, so let us go out. So at the moment we see that we can't see the soil fertility, we can't see matter deposits and uranium deposits. I think the geoprospecting will show that stuff to us, and it is one of the things that gets done really fast. So take a look at this. Other things take a lot longer, and we could speed that up if we have the money. We don't have the money, so let us just run that thing, and then Wait a moment. Okay, nice. So, research is complete. Get the reward. Increase the prestige. The prestige is this this thing here. So, we talked about that. How much people want to, or so the higher your prestige, not the more people want to settle, but the faster the people want to settle, kind of. So this number then fills up. Okay, now we can see our soil fertility here is 100%. That's good. No fish, no uranium. That's okay, we can live with that. The meta deposits 47%, not too good. Here. Whoa, we have even less meta deposits. I know why we run out of meta here. Here we have set up one of these things, and these things steal meta from us. Yeah, meta. We don't have good meta deposits. Soil fertility here is 50%, not really well. Uranium deposits 43. That's better than nothing. Let us see if we can also take a look at this one. Ooh, 100% uranium. For the beginning that will be good. Everything else is bleh. Everything else is not so good. So we could uranium and people. Maybe we will have to see how that works out. Good, but for now, to increase the prestige, it's yeah, a thing where we kind of try to up the numbers here, and that's what we should do. So maybe some entertainment for the people, and maybe we could go for fish and bring in some more fish. Okay, so what we would need for that is more people for now, and then we we run into money problems here. That's something that we need to fix. Social charges I saw are okay, so we are in the positive, and at the moment we don't buy anything from the other cliff, and that should stay that way for a while. This is okay. Yeah, we at some point it gets to be a waiting game where you have to kind of wait for money and stuff like that to happen. So we could wait a bit and not go into this right away, so that we hopefully fill up, because as long as the tutorial runs, we don't have social charges as far as I know. So we really have to think about this. Yeah, this is done. Let us also pick this, and now we build a fish farm, or it's not called a fish farm, it's called a port. Yeah, a port. Okay. I think we will build it here. Question is, if we build it here, can we build one here too then? Yes, we can. Good. Okay, let us build one port. I didn't take a look what it needs. Workplaces 5 consumes 1. That's achievable, and it will bring us right on the money. Okay, let us see if that gets done fast. We need just 2 matter. And then we should see that then we get fish, more vitamins, the people will be happier, and we also fulfill more of this. So the efficiency of the medicine stuff will be better. One thing I might want to do is, and that's something I never tried, let me see if that's possible. So we can sell drones to other cliffs, and I think we should try that. Can we? Oh yes, we can. Okay, let us do it that way and now build 2 more drones. So I don't have to build up an airport on this cliff for now. So we wait for a bit more fish. Sell it? How is sell it holding up? Sell is holding up good. And we are getting fish. So what we could do now is take a look at this. Not at this. What am I doing? How much salad do I need? Fish do I need? 7. So we will buy, if we are under 15 fish. And now fish should come in. So these people will be happier too. And these didn't do a lot. Didn't really do a lot. One thing you can also do is raise the aesthetics of the city. Maybe that's something we can also try. Let us see. Could place down some of these. These give a bit of aesthetics.
Tiny construction completed.
And power.
Tiny construction completed.
But it doesn't do a lot, so maybe a park or something like that. Small garden. How much is that? Aesthetics 1.6. Let us see how big the influence is there.
Small construction.
That was not a lot. Okay, I will try to rise the prestige of any city and then come back to you, and then we will end the episode for today. I think I'm running long again. that should be a thing. Shouldn't be a thing. And one thing I have to say is I hope the numbers stay that way. Cliff Empire is a game I really like, and I think it's one of the first games where kind of my audience was really into it. And some other games I played, okay, I have some good numbers on there too, but this seems to be, my audience seems to really like that, or US audience seem to really like that. Good, let me make the short break. I will come back to you once this is done and we will see what's the next. I want to test something out, if we can raise the prestige with social. This is called social transport. I think that's the wrong word for it. So the people here want to get around the city, kind of. And one thing you could do is you could buy drones for that and build these personal drones. It's not like they would cost anything. I don't know where the positives and the negatives are, but one thing you can also do is set up bus stations. But you need to have 2 in your city to have the benefits of them. And maybe that raises the prestige to a certain level that I would like. I just want to test that. I can just remove them if it's not a problem. They raise aesthetics and they raise the transport need. They use up a bit of power and have 1 worker. So that should be good. The next thing we should take a look at is more research, because research is, it doesn't cost us anything. And we could just go into it and take a look at that. So what we can research here, we need a research center to get this bottom line, but for now we can research everything from this here. This is stuff we will ignore for now, strengthening the foundation. There's modular buildings later that we want to build later. Where you can basically stack buildings up on each other, but for now we don't need that. Improved acoustics, Simplified workflow. This is all neat, and we will definitely need that later. But for now, we could take a look at other stuff, like, for example, the power grid. That's something that's interesting. It levels out the numbers of batteries in each city. So they share batteries, basically, and then they basically share power. That's a really, really nice thing that we want to have. That's interesting, the reverse reaction, because you can get a building that just makes uranium out of thin air, and that's what it does. It filters out the uranium out of the air and then compacts it. I don't know. It's interesting. This is stuff that's interesting too. Bringing up power and all that stuff. But there's other things. We can also share water. That stuff I really like. I want to definitely go for these first, pipeline and the energy grid, because then I can produce water on one of the things, and all the others share. That's a neat thing. And that's something I definitely want to have later. I want to have irrigation pipelines, because that automatically brings water to fields and all that stuff. But that's a research center. Oh yeah, these are also really stuff that I want. Biofertilizers and water purification, because you just raise these numbers. Okay, let us take a look at this. This is also interesting stuff. We will go into this later. So the trains, for example, I think they don't need energy at all anymore. For now, we can stay away from that. Large drones, also something that we want, the drone station. But again, extend the max. Yeah, that's something that we might need later when we run a lot of drones. There's a limit for how many drones you can have. Okay, we will go with the power grid for now. First thing to research, you can see that it is not very fast. We can speed that up with more education in the cities. And we will take a look at that, that we raise that. Okay, how much? Ooh, okay, that will take a while. Is it maybe done here? No. It takes even more time here. I will speed up the time and take a look if this works out. Once this is done, again, we will end the episode.
Tiny construction completed. Objective completed.
That worked out pretty well. So we got the reward. What's the next one? Produce some gadgets, produce some furniture, I think. We are producing furniture, so that should be automatically done. But we would have to set up another factory or another 3D printing facility for the gadgets. Yeah, okay. For that we would have to also upgrade our meta production. I have the feeling. Don't have a lot of that. Yeah, but I think that's something we will do in the next episode, I would say. People, hope you like this episode. Took a look at the research, took a look at the bridges and all these things. Hope that's all interesting to you. And yeah, in the next time we will take a look at the production there. Good people, I would say thanks for watching. Hope you liked the episode. If you did, then please leave a like on the video. And I hope to see you in the next one. See ya, guys.